When their fingers throb and their speech stutters from spells of shivering, people may wonder why they rarely witness animals suffering in the same way throughout the winter. True, many animals do better in frigid temperatures than humans, but it's not all about insulation and hibernation. In truth, nature has provided numerous answers to this dilemma. Some animals have their own method of preparing for a cold stretch. Others sleep through it and deal with the obstacles it presents, but others have no choice but to enjoy the cold because they live in it all day. Here are some of the unique ways that animals have adapted to frigid conditions. Reindeer, ultraviolet vision and eating while asleep. When they're not assisting Santa, reindeer wander locations with icy and dark winters. For herbivores, this isn't ideal. They must dig through the snow to discover flora that has not frozen, making it even more difficult to find their favorite feast. Lichens, a mix of algae and fungi, are a staple of the reindeer diet, but they also happen to be white. However, scientists have discovered that reindeer have an adaptation that allows them to see lichens and predators such as white wolves in the snow more easily. Their eyes detect ultraviolet light. Snow reflects UV light, however, lichens and wolves absorb it, making them easy to distinguish from a reindeer in the snow. Still, it's always a good idea to plan ahead of time, and they have a nifty solution for that. They can sleep while chewing, which helps them eat enough and fatten up during the summer months when foliage is plentiful. Bears recycling urine. Bears, like ourselves, are mammals. However, unlike humans, they can go without exercising a muscle for up to 5 months without their bones and muscle mass deteriorating. In fact, they can emerge from hibernation with an increase in lean body mass despite not moving, eating, or drinking for the whole time. And unlike other hibernating mammals such as squirrels, a bear's body temperature rarely lowers during this time. This means they can burn up to 4,000 calories per day. How is this possible? Well, it comes down to something else they don't do while hibernating: urinate. While the bears are hibernating, waste products from bone disintegration and protein are recycled, rather than being disposed away in their urine. So it's not that their bones don't decay when they're not moving for a long time. Rather, the waste products from the degeneration are employed to make new bone. Another waste product, urea, is derived from protein and can induce renal failure if too much accumulates. However, bears do not accumulate urea during hibernation, indicating that it is also recycled. Snakes brumation. Snakes are typically assumed to live in hot deserts or deep in rainforests and jungles, so it may come as a surprise to learn that some snakes must also endure extreme winter conditions. In fact, because their blood is already frigid, cold temperatures pose a serious risk to them. Being cold-blooded implies that a snake's body temperature increases and lowers in response to its surroundings. Thus, if the weather outside is freezing, the snake may also freeze. Snakes, like many mammals, seek out a cozy area to lie low until the cold and snowy seasons pass, with a few differences. Snakes engage in brumation, which differs from hibernation in that they do not consume prior to it. This is because snakes' metabolisms slow down during brumation, preventing them from digesting food. Another distinction is that certain snakes will emerge from brumation on warmer winter days in order to bask in the sun and elevate their temperature. Fish natural antifreeze. Deep in the Southern Ocean, the water temperature is just above freezing, and there are no comfortable dry places to seek refuge. Most fish would die as a result, as they are cold-blooded and will simply freeze. However, fish such as notothenioids survive and thrive in Antarctica. They can survive in the world's coldest waters because they have a special internal antifreeze that prevents harmful ice crystals from developing in their blood. When an ice crystal begins to develop, it is soon encircled by a unique protein that clings to the small crystal and inhibits additional water molecules from adhering to it and forming ice. The crystal, now innocuous, is transported to the fish's spleen. To overload the antifreeze and freeze the fish, the water temperature would have to fall to 27.1 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 2.7 degrees Celsius. However, the freezing point of seawater is 28.6 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 1.9 degrees Celsius. Hence, notothenioids are completely safe.